I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dawg. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now, so I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through.
Shemai, welcome to King Coyd. And today it's the semi-final of the Welsh Women's League Cup between Cardiff Met and Cardiff City. The sun is shining here on King Coyd, but which of these two teams will leave with the bragging rights? The Archers head into this fixture full of confidence, having smashed 6 past Britain Ferry on Sunday. So before we head into this fixture, let's have a look at the highlights from that match. I went way off script there.
Chloe O'Connor and Eliana Chavez in the early stages, but here is Sophie Concox, the Wales international. A long ball is lifted over the top, and O'Connor's going to battle for this. Oh, and what a strike! Chloe O'Connor opens the scoring for Cardiff Met, and that is a sublime strike. She's one possession back.
Oh, great opportunity there from Britain Ferry.
Chavez looks like she was offside there. She's onside now. She's played in. Amy Long with her hands up, but she's got them up again. And it looks like it's going to be a shot. And Amy Long on the rebound, and it's 2-0. Amy Long there. She was waiting for some time, and she's opened. Well, she's added to Met's tally with a 2-goal lead now for the Archers. No one there tracking the run of Long, and Cardiff Met have a 2-goal lead now at King Coyd campus. That was a historic fixture for Britain Ferry players playing in the National Stadium above the men and women's teams. But I'm just going to see a shot. Oh, wow.
What a strike, Jordan. What a strike. Pick that one out of the net.
Amy Long with a sublime strike from distance. The ever-present player for the Archers this season with a second goal of the game. And that's a goal from the top drawer. Looks like Amy Long was going to go short, but it's deceived everybody. And what is 4? Wow. Great work. And it's Erin Murray who adds the 4th goal for the Archers. She's going to take this one. She gets serious. Oh, and that's brilliant. Wow, no one marking her. O'Connor with exquisite delivery finds Eliana Chavez, and it's a 5-star performance for Cardiff Met. And we've got a goal update from what is happening at Victoria Road. No real matter on the Welsh Premier Women's League. Talbot Town. And it looks like Britain Ferry are going to have that goal. As we break to the goal, Britain Ferry have got a goal out of nothing. Charlotte Smith's goal has finally been breached.
They've been vastly improved in the second half.
Chloe O'Connor with a left foot shot, finds the net in space. It's a goal man scramble, and Chavez is there to score on the rebound. She has her second goal. Looks like Nanette was going to have the chance, but Chavez was there to finish.
A fantastic result there from Cardiff Met, and that result leaves them top of the league, be that on goal difference over current holders Swansea City. However, Swansea City do have a game in hand. Now I'm here with current Met student Richard Earley. How are we doing, Richard?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks, Chris. Great to be on the show.
Welcome, Richard. So this evening it's the League Cup, so let's have a little look at the remaining semi-final fixtures. So as you can see, today it's Cardiff Met versus Cardiff City, and in the other semi-final, which is tomorrow, is Aberystwyth Town hosting Swansea City. So Richard, what have you made of the cup competition so far this year?
I think prior to the season's close, before it resumed again, the cup competition was really good. Cardiff Met smashed 3 wins out of 3. From their group stage games. Cardiff City won 2 out of 3 as well. Plenty of goals scored. Cardiff City knocked 7 past King Coyd. So it's been brilliant so far, and it's all set to be a terrific game tonight, I think.
Yeah, it's been goals today in this competition so far, but it's not without controversy. Obviously, Abergavenny and Port Talbot Town pulling out of the competition. However, we are here in the semi-finals. With the league out of Cardiff Met's hands, Richard, how important is it that they don't end the season empty-handed?
I think it's really important for both Cardiff Met and Cardiff City to not end the season empty-handed. You know, 2 big teams who are always really competitive in the league, competitive in the cup competition, so they're both going to be really going for it tonight. I think it's going to be a really competitive match, and I'm really excited as well, especially with this beautiful sunshine out tonight.
Yeah, it's absolutely glorious here, and Cardiff Met are currently sitting third in the table. Richard, for you, you've seen a lot of them so far this season. What do you think they're going to bring?
I think Cardiff City will not be afraid to attack Cardiff Met at all tonight. We've seen it in past encounters last time out. They of course drew 2-2, and there's plenty of top players to look out for as well in that Cardiff City team. So I think Cardiff City's going to bring a lot to the attack. Cardiff Met's going to bring a lot to attack. So I think it's going to be a terrific encounter with definitely plenty of goals, probably.
I can't wait for it to start off. So the last time these two sides met was an enthralling 2-2 encounter at Leckwith. Here's a recap of that match with the highlights. So a 4-goal thriller in that game, Rich. Can we expect more of the same in tonight's matchup?
I'm sure we can. You never really know what to expect when these two teams meet, because as I said, they both like to attack each other, and we're back at King Coyd. Cardiff Met haven't lost here since 2019, so Cardiff City will be really wanting to break that duck and win here tonight, progress to the final, because it would be huge for Cardiff City.
Cardiff Met only conceded 7 goals in the league all season. How are Cardiff City going to break them down and perhaps score goals here today?
I think the way Cardiff City play is just a sort of attack down the wings. They can play the ball on the floor. They've also got the aerial presence of the likes of Zoe Atkins as well. So if one plan isn't working, if they're playing the ball on the floor, and Cardiff Met's defence is too resilient, they can always look to the aerial option as well, stick the ball in the box. But of course, Cardiff Met have that aerial option as well with Shannon Evans up top. So it's equal for both sides really, and it'll just be who's it more up for it, I think.
Cardiff Met won 5-0 last time these teams played here at King Coyd, and flashback 2 years ago, Cardiff Met knocked Cardiff City out of the semi-finals of this League Cup in the same stage, 5-3 on penalties. Cardiff City would of course be out for redemption. Amy Long scored the winner that day, and we caught up with her earlier in the season to find out her Archer's essentials.
Hi, I'm Amy Long, and this is Archer Essentials. First item, Coke. It's one of my 5 a day. If you're gonna waste a drink, you've got to go full fat Coke. Nothing tastes quite like it. If you mix anything with Coke, it's just ruined. Vodka Coke's horrible. People that drink that, not my friend. This item I literally can't live without because I will die, especially when I'm running. Get very out of breath. Need my inhaler. I like to take it once before a game, once at half time, but I think it is more of a psychological thing. I just like to have it. Then the best item you can possibly wear, Man United shirt.
Favourite team?
The only team you can spot, really.
What do you reckon about this season?
They're trying hard, that's all that matters, but we'll be back up we'll win the Prem soon.
Who's your favourite player?
Marcus Rashford. He's just amazing. He's doing everything on and off the pitch. Can't beat him, scores some goals and feeds the children. And what can you want?
And, what's your views on old Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer?
He's a good player for us. I think if given the time, he might come good. You know, the board can back him, get some good players in. But I think one day maybe he'll follow in Fergie's footsteps. My handbag. So this just is great because it goes with every item of clothing I own. Football kit, when I'm going out, it's perfect. And I do actually get a lot of stick for this handbag, but you know, on a night out, who do you think asks to put stuff in my bag? Can you put my money in your bag? Can you put my phone in your bag? Oh yeah.
What have you got in your bag right now?
Gosh. I actually just bought a poppy. Let's read it. Mascara. Lip gloss. Another inhaler. Some AirPods. Mask. I've got my keys with my Cardiff Met lanyard. Deodorant. Some change and some more lip gloss. So this is just my favourite mug. Probably drink out of this 3-4 times a day with coffee. It's got a picture of my cat on, and also a picture of my dad with my cat and my parrot, Rocco and Riley. I really like this mug because Riley is my child, and I will be naming my first child Riley. I prefer dogs, but this cat is better than any dog.
I'll stay with that. How old is that? How old Riley?
She is 2 years old. She's the best thing in my life.
Oh, we've had it for the whole 2 years?
Yeah, we got when she was a little kitten. She was about this big, and she always died when she was little, so we had to look after her, and now she's my child. And she likes to hang out with her brother, Rocco, and they play together.
They would fall out?
Yeah, I have videos of them actually fighting each other, but, you know, it's just true sibling rivalry. This has been Amy Long with Archer Essentials. Thanks for coming.
Amy Long there, and I want to apologise because last week we said she was American. She is in fact Manchester born and bred, as you can see from that clip. Marcus Rashford's her favourite player. She spent 7 seasons at Manchester before heading over to Tennessee to do a short stint there and coming back to play for Cardiff Met. So apologies for the confusion, Amy, and apologies to Amy's parents who got in touch with us. So today, Rich, we're going to look at sort of some players to watch now. So from you, from the Cardiff Met perspective, who are the key players that we need to look out for today?
I think we've got to be looking at Chloe O'Connor. We saw her threat last time out when we live streamed the game. Here's just her goal now. Actually, we've got a bit of coach paint on there, but look at that technique, just over the head and into the bottom corner. So she'll be an incredibly tough threat. Let's just look at this goal here now from Amy Long. The coach paint is...
Erin Murray there with the pressure, putting a bit of heat on the Britain Ferry defence. She's got a turnover from that. Yeah, we've been turning defence into attack. Eliana Chavez here. We can see Amy Long waiting for space, and Erin Murray now with a shot.
And then Amy Long's just in the right position there just to pop it home pretty simply. But yeah, Chloe O'Connor, she's got 13 goals this season. So she's certainly going to be a threat to the Cardiff City defence, and it'll be interesting to see how she performs tonight as well. Yeah,
she's been fantastic all season. Like you said, 13 goals this season, 2 in the Cup. Amazing story as well. She recovered from a tumour on her spine to get back to play for Cardiff Met, so phenomenal story. And we saw Amy Long there, great finish. Anyone else from sort of Cardiff Met that you'd want to look out for?
I think an interesting one will be Shannon Evans' threat up front, because she used to play for Cardiff City, got player of the season there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how she performs against her old club, especially in cup competition. So yeah, a few Cardiff Met players certainly to look out for.
So moving on to Cardiff City, who do you see as the star players for them?
I think we have to be looking at 16-year-old Phoebe Pill. She scored 13 goals in 14 league games as well. She's the top scorer in this competition that we're going into tonight, so she'll be looking to add to those goals. And I think it'll be really good to see how she performs.
Yeah, we can see on the monitor here. So a real striker's finish. You know, she's got, like you said, she's top scorer in the cup, 5 goals in 2 games, 13 goals in 14 league games, including a hat-trick against Britain Ferry 2 weeks ago. So she's certainly one to look out for. Is there anyone else that potentially look out for, Rich?
I think a point on this as well is that Phoebe's playing at Cardiff City Stadium here, never played there before, and has just gone out and absolutely smashed it with a hat-trick as well. But in terms of Cardiff City, she won the Young Player of the Season. And Captain Siobhan Walsh got the Senior Player of the Season with Cardiff City, so it'll be interesting to see how Siobhan plays at the back as well tonight. She's a real commanding leader. She's the captain, and there's a lot of Cardiff City players. We could talk about them all.
Quickly, Rich, which way do you see this going? Quick answer. Who do you reckon? Cardiff Met, Cardiff City?
Have to go draw.
Draw, controversial.
Extra time.
Prior to kick-off, I spoke with Met assistant Izzy Taylor, so here's what she had to say before this game.
Yeah.
Izzy, quick turnaround from Sunday's game against Britain Ferry. How has the prep been?
Yeah, definitely. It's been quite a hectic week. Definitely, we know we've got a game on Sunday as well. The girls have recovered quite well. They're excited for tonight more than anything. I think it's our last home game of the season, so yeah, more excitement than anything.
A massive game against Cardiff City. What do they bring and how will you look to multiply those threats?
Yeah, we know exactly what Cardiff City are all about. I think we went away about a couple of months ago to them and we only came away with a draw and we were majorly disappointed with that. We know they've got a lot of youth and they've got a lot of speed in their attacks, and that's definitely something we've got to be wary of. However, I think if we play our games, then we'll be absolutely fine, not a problem.
With the title race out of your hands, how important is it that you do not end the season second?
We'd love a cup. Hopefully, it wouldn't be the only silverware this season, but we don't know. Like we said, it's out of our hands. But we can only control what we can control at the moment. And today's game is really, really important for us, and the girls know that themselves.
No fans here despite lockdown measures easing. How much would you have loved to have a crowd here to cheer you on for us?
Yeah, definitely. I think that it's definitely been missed. The girls have missed it. It definitely brings that extra element to the game, especially in cup games. If it gets a little bit tense or whatever, having some fans that are definitely behind there would be fantastic. But the girls have dealt fantastically with it this season. But hopefully, fingers crossed, next season we'll be able to get people back in and it'll be really exciting.
Good evening and welcome to Kingscourt Campus. I'm Richard Early, joined alongside Tom Pritchard. Tom will just quickly run through the teams. So starting with Cardiff Met, we've got Annabelle Sweeney in goal, Finch, Mills, Turner, Hancox, Long, Pinder, Chavez, O'Connor, Murray, Hutton Townsend. And then on the bench, it's Smith, Priest, Roberts, Richards, Evans and Finner, and then going on to Cardiff City. We've got Hastings in goal, Price, Daly, Walsh, Norman, Broadhurst, Green, Poole, Catherine Walsh, Atkins, Pinchard. Then on the bench, it's Chamberlain, Owen, Simpson, Hawking, Jones, Cook and Watt. Tom, what do you make of those teams?
Yeah, good evening, Richard. Good evening, everyone. Two very strong teams, you'd have to say. Very similar to Sunday's game for Cardiff Met. And their dominant win against Britain Ferry. So we know what to expect from them, and similar for Cardiff as well. So, yeah, really looking forward to this game.
Teams have just swapped sides on the pitch, and Cardiff City have gotten into their huddle. Cardiff Met just about to get into theirs. It's a beautiful evening here at Kingscourt Campus, Tom.
It really is, yeah. A big change from the recent weather we've had, and it was good to see. We were here on Sunday and it was a bit on and off, mainly raining, but no risk of that tonight. Sun's out, a little bit windy perhaps, but we can't really complain too much about that. It's weather set really nice for this game.
It was close last time out between these teams as well, 2-2 at the home of Cardiff City. What are you expecting tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm expecting Cardiff Met win first and foremost. I think just being at home and just really impressed so much with them from what I've seen with them so far this season, and I think the desperation for them to get a trophy with it looking like they won't attempt it, but it looks like they probably are going to miss out on the league. I think the Swansea just pepping them, so I think the desperation to make sure they get a trophy somewhere is going to see them through in this game. But it will be a stiff challenge with Cardiff City being the third best team in the league.
Well, we're all set for a kick-off here. Cardiff Met are going to kick us off. Just wait for the referee's whistle. Team's just taking the knee and we're set to get underway here at Kincoid. Aaron Murray gets us underway. Cardiff Met straight back into defence. And Annabelle Sweeney, the goalkeeper, on the ball now. Just assessing her options before launching the ball long, but Cardiff City see their first possession. Siobhan Walsh knocks it back to her sister Catherine Walsh. Aims to find Phoebe Poole, but Cardiff Met clear. Karis Pinchard ball intercepted straight away. Pinder on the ball for Cardiff Met now. They're looking for a quick attack, but Cardiff City defend well. Robin Pinder in possession for Cardiff Met. Launches it down the left flank. The ball comes in from long and Hastings gathers comfortably.
Yeah, Robin Pinder involved in a couple of actions there. Good to see her back in the side after missing out on Sunday's league game. A key part of Cardiff Met's midfield.
It's a great story as well. She's a lecturer teaching some of her teammates.
Yeah, so all part of this of the setup here at Cardiff Met, and yeah, really interesting sort of relationship, and I guess strengthens both the academic and the playing side.
Chavez has looked to get the ball down the line there, but Cardiff Met have got to throw in a good position after Siobhan Walsh put it out. Here's O'Connor. Hancock's ball intercepted by Walsh, and Cardiff City look to come out and attack. Cleared out for throwing, and Karis Pinchard will take possibility for Cardiff City's first real attack of this game, Tom.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet in the opening was 2 minutes, but have a chance to see how they're going to be setting up, certainly going forward.
Pinchard will take another throw for Cardiff City. Looking to go forward, and Danielle Broadhurst on the ball, right back to Hannah Daly in defence, who finds birthday girl Fionn Price at right back. Chance for Cardiff Met, strong challenge from Walsh on Chavez, but Chavez regathers the ball and out to O'Connor. Will she look to shoot? Oh, the ball is gone astray into Hastings' arms.
Yeah, really good determination there from Eliana Chavez. There's the first time it looked like the pass was slightly off target, but she managed to get that and then going to ground and getting back up, and yeah, good determination.
What a ball that is from Hastings towards Atkins. She enters the box, she looks to shoot, and Sweeney gathers, but look how dangerous Cardiff City can be on that attack straight from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's there's a potential route straight away that we've seen for their attacks, and that may be one of the best chances they get in the game. There was perhaps just got underneath it slightly, couldn't get the power, and it was comfortable enough for Annabelle Sweeney there, but that's encouraging to see, certainly from a Cardiff City point of view.
Well, we're only 3 minutes into this game and it's been all-out attack for both teams, really.
Yeah, I think we've seen a bit of that sort of cup mentality where it's when the game's got to be decided on the night, and perhaps that's going to encourage both sides, hopefully it will, to release the shackles a bit.
Both teams want to be in that final, they want to get silverware this season.
Yeah, particularly even more with Cardiff Met. I think they're a team that are too good to go a season without having anything in the trophy cabinet, so they'll certainly be desperate to try and be successful in this tournament.
Broadhurst just commits the challenge on O'Connor, and Cardiff Met will play out from the back. That's Sophie Norman in possession, back to Fionn Price for Cardiff City. And the Bluebirds look to come forward. But Mills intercepts with pressure from Danielle Green. And Cardiff City will have a throw-in in a good position.
Yeah, it's potential here for them to try and do something.
It's looking like Fionn Price will be taking this throw-in. Finds Catherine Walsh. He's held up by two players, looks to get the cross in, and it's a corner for Cardiff City. Who will Cardiff City be aiming for in that box, do you think, Tom? The towering presence of Zoe Atkins in there.
Yeah, you'd have to be looking towards her, I think. Yeah, I can't see too much of a potential height advantage for either side, really. They look to be matching up quite well, but...
Price puts the ball in. Green looks to knock the ball on, but it's cleared as far as Green. O'Connor wins the ball well for Cardiff Met, though, and they come out and attack down the line. But that pace from Fionn Price just to get back there and knock it back to Hastings. Good recovery right back.
Yeah, really good burst of pace there from here. Otherwise, could have been looking at a potentially dangerous situation with what was a 2-on-2 there. So, yeah, really good burst of pace.
That ball from Hastings wasn't as impressive as when she found Atkins earlier.
No, I think that first one will have got her confidence up, and then that one perhaps has knocked her back down. But yeah, we know what she's capable of at least.
Here's O'Connor for Cardiff Met. Hancock's in midfield. Knocks it to Fionn Price, and Cardiff City gather possession. Norman knocks it forward towards Danielle Green, who speeds down this right flank. Players in the box as well. She puts the ball in towards Phoebe Pull, but she can't quite get a good, solid touch on it. Well, Phoebe Pull only 16. But here comes Chavez, and Hastings deals with that.
Yeah, I think she'll be a bit disappointed with that. Just couldn't quite get out from under her feet. It was a good enough ball into the area to give her the opportunity to strike on goal. But yeah, just couldn't quite get her feet sorted out, it looked like. So, encouraging enough start for Cardiff City, to be fair.
Well, Phoebe Pull, she knows how to score against Cardiff Met anyway. Scored last time out.
Yeah, she's been in a sensational form this season, particularly at her age as well. So, been very encouraging campaign, and perhaps in the conversation for a Wales call-up, maybe if not now, then in years to come, if she continues on this current trajectory, given her age.
Well, she is playing senior football already at 16, so she's clearly got confidence, scoring plenty of goals, so I don't know why Gemma Granger wouldn't be looking towards her.
Yeah, I think she's certainly got to be on her radar. Like I said, if not for an immediate call-up, but certainly there for the years to come.
Hastings finds Atkins again, and she knocks it all the way back to Daly in defence. Daly used to be a midfielder looking to run into that position now, but knocks it back to Fionn Price. Price just assessing her options, but opts to lob the ball forward towards a similar position from where Hastings put the ball for Atkins.
Yeah. Perhaps not the worst end result, I guess. You're playing, you're putting the ball into the opposition's half, where you're not going to be in any immediate danger, but yeah, it's been a slightly sloppy start from Met. I think there's been a few times where there's been passes misplaced, and that have sort of stunted their attacks and perhaps given Cardiff City a bit of encouragement. So, yeah, an interesting opening 9 or so minutes here. So, Met haven't really settled yet, I wouldn't say too much.
It's just great to see both teams really going for it.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Two sides who are known for doing that. And yeah, not looking to perhaps go into that cup mode where you're trying to protect, and there's a lot on the line. Both teams have shown some encouraging signs so far to go forward.
Well, here's Catherine Walsh looking to put the ball into the area. It's cleared. Broadhurst knocks it forward. There's Phoebe Pull on the edge of the box. Atkins out wide. Will she look to put the ball in? She does. It's knocked out. Karis Princhard was potentially looking at that, but Norman's in possession. Atkins under pressure. Looks for the support of Karis Pinchard. But Cardiff Met win the ball back. Yeah, Cardiff City throwing in a good area though.
A real battle in the corner there to try and get the ball, but could perhaps maybe look at saying Cardiff City didn't have too many players in the box there for that situation. You'd have thought they'd been looking to get a cross in, but
No, Atkins almost looked like she was stalling play and then eventually, due to great defence, losing the ball. Here's Annabelle Sweeney ready to take the goal kick. We know Annabelle's mother, Jill, tends to watch these games as well. So hello, Jill, if you're watching this evening, all the way from America. Here's Phoebe Pull. She's through on goal. And a great save from Annabelle Sweeney to deny the 16-year-old.
yeah,
What a chance.
she's done really well there. That was a really good chance for Cardiff City, and even more so given the fact that who the ball was at the feet of there with Phoebe Pull. Yeah, really good determination there from Annabelle Sweeney coming out and doing it just in time to be able to get that block in and prevent their side from going 1-0 down here.
Yeah, Sweeney knew she had to be quick off the mark there, especially with that danger that we've been talking about before the game and just before it as well. It's all Cardiff City at the moment, Tom, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They've definitely been the side that has settled better into this game and doing that in their attacking play, not just sort of looking solid, but yeah, really encouraging signs if you're a fan of Cardiff City, and yeah, I guess they'll just be looking to build on this, certainly in this half and for the rest of the game. It's been really positive signs, and of course, just having that really good chance, it could have been even better.
Well, Cardiff City with the throw inside Cardiff Met's half. Price finds Walsh. Norman flicks the ball forward and Cardiff Met recover. Robin Pinder on the ball for Cardiff Met now. O'Connor looking to find a gap in that Cardiff City defence, but Price has it well covered.
Yeah, it's usually been that area of the field so far where nearly charged down there, but yeah, that's sort of been the area where Met have perhaps made the mistakes, trying to play that final ball or maybe the build-up ball to the final ball. They've perhaps come unstuck so far, but they're playing in the right areas of the field nonetheless.
Well, here come Cardiff Met. Here's Chavez on the right flank. She looks to get into the area. She does. She puts the ball low and Siobhan Walsh clears. Hutton Townsend in possession now for Met. Hancox puts the ball in. Well, Murray can't quite head that ball on target. Hastings gathers and Cardiff City will reshape.
Yeah, I think she had done well to get a great deal of power on that ball. I think it was just a bit too much height. You know, there wasn't the pace on the ball for her to be able to get anything dangerous on goal. But yeah, I don't think we could have asked too much more of it there.
Great play from Chavez though to get into the area, putting Pinchard under that pressure of not making too dangerous a tackle.
Yeah, it's, she's been a real bright spark so far since she's arrived here from America as Aliana Chavez. Has been really impressive, and particularly on Sunday as well, getting a brace. And yeah, she's had a couple of opportunities down this right flank so far in the opening quarter of an hour.
Well, O'Connor on the ball. Finch's pass cleared by Daly, and there's Phoebe Pull looking to get on the end of this again. Danger for Cardiff Met. Pull. Oh, and another strong stop, but Pull puts the ball in the back of the net, and Cardiff City lead 1-0. That threat we were talking about, Tom.
Yeah, it's Phoebe Pull as well. It's the player who you're probably going to expect to score most for Cardiff City, and you can't say it's not deserved. I think that start has perhaps merited a goal. We only saw one a couple of minutes ago, and from the same player, and now she's made her mark. It's a good save initially there from Annabelle Sweeney. It looked like she'd done enough to clear the danger, but just couldn't prevent that ball from rebounding to Phoebe Pull. And we see there she tucks that one away, and what a start for Cardiff City.
Great for the youngster as well to net another goal against Cardiff Met. We're only 14 minutes in though, but Met will be looking to get straight back in this. It's all set to be a great remainder of the game.
Yeah, I think a goal, particularly if it's going to go to Cardiff City, is going to benefit the game, because it almost guarantees now that Cardiff Met are going to be going on the attack if they weren't going to anyway, but there's a bit more of that desperation, I guess. They won't be panicking. They know they're a confident side. They know their abilities and their abilities to score. But I think this really does tee the game up nicely now.
Well, here come Cardiff Met looking for that equaliser. Chavez again enters the box again. She puts the ball across and Siobhan Walsh is there to clear again.
Yeah, another good piece of skill there from Eliana Chavez. Quick thinking to beat her opposite player there.
She seems to be the most dangerous threat for Cardiff Met so far from what we've seen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's the one who showed most of the potential and a bit of flair as well so far.
Siobhan Walsh to Phoebe Pill, looks for options. Atkins goes left, but the ball goes out of play for a Cardiff Met throw in. Here's Hutton Townsend on the ball for Met. Looking for a teammate. They're all pretty well marked by the City players though. And Pinchard comes away with the ball. But O'Connor recovers well for Met. And they look to set them off on the attack. Plenty of time for Pinchard to get into the left back position though. Danielle Green for Cardiff City. Walsh puts the ball forward. Phoebe Poole almost released again. She's got incredible pace, Phoebe Poole, Tom.
She does, yeah, to go with that finishing ability, and yeah, you've got to say it makes her nearly the complete package. And she's, yeah, certainly showing a threat so far, marked by the goal, but she's been involved in pretty much all of Cardiff City's attacks.
Well, Pinchard wins that tussle with Chavez there, but Cardiff Met still in possession. O'Connor now finds Chavez outright. She tries to put the ball in the box, but well blocked by Broadhurst.
Yeah, she did well there to prevent the ball coming in. Cardiff City will be keen to do that. We've seen, well, certainly on the weekend, we saw Cardiff Met's ability in the air, scoring a couple of goals from set pieces and ball from headers. So they'll be keen to prevent too many balls coming into the area.
Well, Cardiff City come away with the ball. Pill finds Atkins this time. And the ball runs loose, but Catherine Well recovers well. Here's Danielle Green out in the right wing. Not many options forward, though plenty of Cardiff Met players back. And Cardiff City will take a throw in a good position.
Yeah, it's been a couple of times we've seen that happen now, where Cardiff City have been able to get in behind Cardiff Met's defence. Obviously, they're holding the high line with the way they play, and you know that is how they play, and can't knock that. But it does obviously at the same time create situations where a team can continue and get in behind. And as we did just mention with Phoebe Poole's pace and other players on the wing, it's a potential avenue of danger.
Here's Fionn Price, look to whip the ball into the box. It's a good ball as well, but Sweeney's there before Poole can get to it. Looking for a second here.
Yeah, pretty commanding there from Sweeney. Made no mistake that it was her ball.
Sweeney, of course, saved a penalty against Swansea City in the 0-0 draw between those two teams here not long ago.
Yeah, potentially the moment that kept the title race alive as it is, rather than all but wrapping it up for Swansea. We know the title race will be going down to the final game of the season.
And of course, Cardiff City have to play Swansea as well. Swansea with the game in hand against Abergavenny. It's really, really exciting.
Yeah, it is similar to what we saw with the Cymru Premier as well. So it's great to see that both the top flight men's and women's leagues have had seasons like this where it's been really enthralling and something which you've just had to keep your eyes on all the way through the season with it not being sure who's going to be going on to win the title, and certainly been good for the league and its profile.
Definitely, Swansea, of course, won the league last time, so Cardiff Met, they're the most successful in the Welsh Premier Women's League in terms of the amount of trophies they've won.
Yeah, it's really really competitive, and you never know each year who's going to be coming out on top. But it's that as the league's trying to build its interest and build its profile and popularity. You know, I think the teams are doing all they can. I think we can't say that's not happening. And yeah, it's that competitiveness that's a real strength of the league.
Sweeney puts the ball a bit longer there, and Cardiff Met have the ball in centre midfield under great pressure though. O'Connor finds a bit of space, runs into it. And Cardiff Met have to work the ball backwards, but O'Connor again finds space. An attempt, but easy enough for Hastings to gather.
Yeah, never really enough power on that shot from Amy Long. There was always going to be comfortable for Hastings in the Cardiff Met goal.
So we saw a long shot from Amy Long go in against Britton Ferguson-Saville last time out.
Yeah, living up to her surname. It was probably the goal of the day. That was it was superb.
Looking for something similar perhaps here tonight.
Yeah, if that's what gets them back in the game, then they'll certainly take that. But
Here comes Chavez down the right wing again, but Siobhan Walsh gets across, and Cardiff Met will take the throw in. Robin Pinder looking to take this throw in.
yeah, you say most of sort of Cardiff Met's encouraging plays have come down the right side as compared to the left. But in fairness to Walsh, she's been pretty solid so far up against Chavez. There's been a couple of times where Chavez's skill has perhaps just put her ahead, but overall I think the left back will be pretty happy with how she's dealt with her threat so far.
Certainly the Cardiff City defence has been resilient so far, but can Cardiff Met break it down here in this attack? Chavez finds Hutton Townsend. Hutton Townsend puts the ball in, and Hastings drops it. Murray was aiming to put it in there, but Hancock's finds Long. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. It's a goal from Amy Long, and Cardiff Met are right back in this 1-1 with 22 minutes played.
Yeah, we were just speaking about here of potentially having a long range goal. We wouldn't say that was quite out from that distance, but she'll take that. It was outside the area. It's a fantastic finish, and that's exactly what they needed to get back into this game. And Amy Long there, fantastic from here.
Long just spotted Hastings off her line there, and Hastings couldn't get back fast enough to keep that one out.
Yeah, we said Cardiff Met perhaps wouldn't be worrying too much about going a goal down, and they've certainly proved that. They've had a couple of encouraging attacks since they conceded that opener, and that's just sort of rubber stamped their abilities going forward, and what a game we're set up for now.
Incredible game so far. Will we see more goals than the 4 goals scored last time out in the 2-2 draw?
Yeah, I think it's very possible. Both teams are showing a lot of potential going forward, and why not really? I think they're both in that mood, and they've both found it out already, so it's they know they can do it.
We're just about halfway through this first half as well. 2 goals so far. Well, incredible encounter. We talked about both teams going out full on attack looking for goals, and we're certainly getting them so far.
Yeah, all credit to both teams here so far in this League Cup semi-final. Can't fault either side's ambition.
Yep. Danielle Broadhurst with a strong challenge on Hancock's there. Cardiff Met will have the throw in inside their own half.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that goal for the Archers perhaps maybe leads to Cardiff City thinking a bit more about when they attack. Obviously when you attack it's positive, that's how you're going to get your goals, but obviously thinking about maybe leaving yourself open a bit too much, and they'll have known about Met's abilities before the game, but obviously that goal is just going to give them a reminder. So perhaps you won't see the same sort of level of all-out attack, but they'll just have it in the back of their minds defensively.
Pinch out against Chavez. Chavez knocks the ball on, and Hastings knocking the ball straight out of play, and Cardiff Met with a throw in a good position.
Yeah, she's looking really sharp, isn't she? Eliana Chavez, either first to every ball or putting the opposition under pressure if she isn't getting there first. Really a really bright start from here.
Well, here's Robin Pinder on the edge of the area. Looks to find Long. O'Connor now. Will she shoot? Yes, she will, and it will go over the bar.
Yeah, just got underneath that one a bit too much, it looked like. A bit of backspin on the ball as well, so certainly didn't catch that, how she will have wanted to, and how she does most times she shoots. It was pretty much with her league goal scoring record, and it is almost a case of she scores. Chloe O'Connor having a fantastic season.
Well, Cardiff City go short at the back. Daly on the ball, looks for options upfield, and Danielle Green is beaten to the ball there by Finch. Price finds Green, long ball from Daly. Atkins sprints forward, but Hutton Townsend deals with it well. Back to Sweeney, who slices the ball. Can Chavez get there before it goes out for a throw? Yes, she can. But Pinchard challenge as well. Cardiff Met come away with the ball.
Yeah, it wasn't the ideal situation there for Annabelle Sweeney. She ended up slicing the shot. She did get undersold a bit by the back pass. It had enough pace on it to reach her before the opposition, but it wasn't the ideal scenario. But fortunately for Met, has not come to anything negative.
We saw that Pinchard isn't afraid to attack either. It's been a great battle between Pinchard and Chavez so far in this game.
It has, yeah. There's a lot of the positive stuff has been coming down the flanks. For Cardiff, for both teams, it has more of the players been focused down the right side. So, and to be fair, I think both defenders have done a good job, while the attackers have been looking positive and showing good ambition. I think the defenders have matched up well enough so far.
Must be difficult for the defences when both teams are going full on attack.
Yeah, they're sort of thinking, obviously that's the glory thing to do, but they must be thinking, help us out, a little bit. But we're not complaining in terms of entertainment value, that's for sure.
Well, Cardiff City come forward through Fionn Price, but the ball is intercepted and O'Connor's on the ball for Cardiff Met now. Great pace to get past Norman, who pulls her back, and the referee will blow for a free kick. A yellow card as well for Sophie Norman.
Yeah, easy enough decision there, I think. Pretty cynical one to stop the Cardiff Met counter.
O'Connor's looked really sharp for Met so far as well, a real threat to the Cardiff City.
Yeah, she has a couple of shots for her and a couple of bright moments, and certainly Cardiff Met's focal point and arguably the best player. So I'm sure she'll continue to sort of show her abilities in this game, and wouldn't bet against her finding the net as she does in most games.
Well, there she was, knocking the ball on there, but Daly recovers. Although O'Connor does tackle, Broadhurst gets the ball back though, and Atkins clears. Cardiff Met come forward again. Mills just knocks the ball into the area, and Hastings will gather comfortably. Cardiff Met have been looking extremely dangerous in scoring that equaliser.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when this game is going to settle down at some point. I'm not saying I necessarily wanted to, but obviously, both teams.
Here's Atkins, though, that long ball from Hastings. Atkins, and it's a save from Sweeney, a really good save. And Cardiff City unlucky not to go 2-1 up. Atkins on the ball still low. Broadhurst puts the ball low, and Sweeney dives low to her left and gathers. Well, that was a real chance for Cardiff City, Tom.
Yeah, we were saying a couple of minutes ago about Annabelle Sweeney potentially being undersold by a back pass, and she certainly was on that occasion, and she's had to pull out a good save to keep her team level in this game. And yeah, really impressive start from the Archers goalkeeper. She's been called on a couple of times, and she hasn't let them down so far, in fairness to her.
Phoebe Poole looking to get released there, but Cardiff Met do well to recover. It seems like that long ball from Hastings to Atkins is something Cardiff City have worked on.
Yeah, you'd have to say it looks like that's certainly been worked on and discussed as a plan, as a potential avenue to attack. Obviously, we know it's not easy to play through Cardiff Met on the ground, certainly with a strong defence, and of course with the high line, that presents that opportunity. So you'd be, it's a wise move to look and exploit that area.
Well, Cardiff Met will have a throw-in a good position now as they look for the next goal in this game. Well, the ball just played down the line by Finch and straight out for a Cardiff City goal kick. Good chance for both teams to reshaping. It'll be interesting to see if Hastings goes short from the goal kick this time again. We can see Hannah Daly there, Siobhan Moss there as well, just waiting for that short ball. But what will Hastings do here?
Yeah, it's either going short or setting it up as a bluff with both centre backs in the box, but I'll have to get along.
Well, it is a bluff, and Hastings aims for Walsh, but O'Connor on the ball. Norma wins the ball back for Cardiff City. Pull looks to take possession, but the ball trickles all the way back to Annabelle Sweeney in goal, and Cardiff Met look to play from the back and attack once more. Here's Steph Turner, the captain, back to Sweeney with plenty of time on the ball just to assess her options.
Yeah, Cardiff not risking pressing the goalkeeper, and they're opting to rather have their players in a set position, and certainly trying to close gaps in midfield and ensure that players are marked up rather than pressing too much. Although in open play they have liked to be pressing more, and I think that's where their some of their positive chances have come from a high press and forcing mistakes from the Archers.
Well, that Karish Pinchard long through came to nothing, and Met looked to attack, but Fionn Price has a bit of time on the ball, under pressure though from Long, but finds her teammate Danielle Green out on the right flank. She cuts inside. Cardiff Met win the ball back, but Fionn Price back in possession for Cardiff City. Slightly risky ball back to Daly there with Murray looming.
Yeah, it's we've seen it happen to Met a couple of times there with going back to the goalkeeper and potentially causing issues, and the same goes for Cardiff City. Just have to be careful with that pass.
Well, Steph Turner under pressure from Pill, just forced to play the ball back to Sweeney once more again.
Yeah, and Cardiff City will be pretty happy with that. I think it means they haven't got to press as much, and it's obviously taking their chances for a dangerous Met attack away. Would you like to attack again?
Well, Finch on the ball for Met, and Fionn Price puts it out for a throw-in. Finch will take as Cardiff Met look to attack, looking for that next goal in this game. Looks like she'll go long. Well, a bit of territory there for Met from that throw-in.
Yeah, as they want, really just looking to be in Cardiff City's half as much as possible, and the final third certainly. Yeah, certainly looking to stamp their authority and get more of a sort of level of domination in this game as they search for that second goal, but as it stands, we're still level here.
Well, Turner just forced to put the ball out of play after Sophie Norman lumped that ball forward. Fionn Price comes down the right to take this throw in, and as we were talking about Cardiff Met attacking, here come Cardiff City. It's been end to end.
Yeah, perhaps a bit less.
Pull shoots straight into the arms of Sweeney though.
Yeah, maybe not as much attack that we've seen from Cardiff City as it was certainly in the opening quarter of an hour, 20 minutes or so, but that threat still remains, and Cardiff Met know that.
Well, Turner just playing the ball back to Sweeney again under pressure from Pull. It seems to be Pull putting all that pressure on for Cardiff City.
Yeah, she's the focal point and the one playing sort of in that centre forward position, and I think a lot of they rely on her a lot to do work on both sides of the ball really, and she's done pretty well so far in this game. One of the standout players for Cardiff City.
Well, Pinder finds O'Connor and she looks for options. She's got time. Pinder back in possession again, under pressure from Sophie Norman. And it's blocked by Danielle Green. Cardiff City gather possession well. Daly to Norman. Tries to find Green, but Cardiff Met recover.
Yeah, Met's starting to win a few more of those battles in midfield now, it seems like, and that's what's given them that sort of impetus coming forward as they look to attack.
There's O'Connor to Chavez, a great chance for Met, but a great recovering tackle from Pinchard to put the ball out for a Cardiff Met corner.
Yeah, just Cardiff Met winning a few more of those second balls in midfield, and that is really helping them. It's obviously taking away any potential for a Cardiff City attack, and then giving them the chance to flip and set up an attack themselves. And I think that's been a key to the sort of the last 10 minutes or so where we've seen Cardiff Met have a bit more authority on this game.
O'Connor to put the ball in. Only 2 players in the box at the moment for Met. The ball comes out. Turner lumps at it. She goes to ground. O'Connor, but Siobhan Walsh intercepts. Has she got options for it? She's going herself anyway down the left flank, and a nice tackle from the Cardiff Met player to put the ball out. Pinchard will take a great tackle from Mills there.
Yeah, it's a strong tackle from Mills there, the centre back. Of course, it was in Cardiff City's defensive third, but she didn't want to allow it to make a break down the left flank, and yeah, good challenge there to quell any immediate danger there.
Well, Daly just puts the ball forward, and Green sprinting after it, not giving up on the ball, but the ball does trickle out of play as well. Just shows that determination from Cardiff City and Cardiff Met to see players running after a ball that's looking like it's going to go dead.
Yeah, great commitment from both sides so far in this game. Been fully into everything, and no sort of half efforts. And as we can see, the Ian Derbyshire there on screen, Cardiff City manager.
Yeah, prior to the game, Ian Derbyshire was mentioning trying a few things in this game against Cardiff Met that they've been working on in training. I think we've noticed a few of those already in this game. Here's Chavez, but the ball straight to Walsh. High ball forward, but Hutton Townsend is there. It'll be a Cardiff Met throw-in from the back.
Yeah, we've perhaps seen the game calm down a little bit from the frantic start that we saw. I think that was inevitably going to happen eventually, but
well, here's pulled on the edge of the area, and Turner clears well. Sophie Norman heads back to Price under pressure from Pinder, who pressurise again. Daly just lumps the ball forward. There's Walsh in the box. She gets the ball. It does go a little bit too left for her. Back to Atkins. Puts it in first time. And it's pull again. Oh, it's in the bottom left corner. It's another goal for Cardiff City, who are 2-1 up now. And it's Phoebe Pull again.
yeah, it had to be her, didn't it? She's really shown a threat in front of goal. It's a fantastic finish, and pretty concerning there for some of the space that was in behind Cardiff Met's defence, and they've gifted Cardiff City an opportunity to get the ball into the area initially, which is poor, and then the marking was non-existent, and Phoebe Poole has popped it there in the centre of the goal. And a player of her finishing ability, she's never missing that one, and what a game she's having so far, and she's put a team back in the lead.
Just shows how much faith Cardiff City's defence have in their attack, because Daly just lumped that ball forward, hoping for the best. Walsh back to Atkins in the box, goal.
Yeah, it's a positive way to play, and it's a way that you'd encourage a team to play, but of course it always does leave those issues, and they've been exploited now on more than a couple of occasions, and led to Cardiff Met being behind again in this game.
Well, here's Pull again. Green's there. She just controls the ball, though, not looking to rush it too much. Broadhurst finds possession, back to Daly in defence. Will she put the ball forward? No, she won't. She gives it to Price. But the ball does run out. Long will take the throw in quickly, but Daly knocks the ball forward again.
Yeah, while it has been a positive display from Met going forward, certainly, I think there will be a couple of things said in the half-time break, which is around 7 minutes away, just sort of mentioning, just a few details here and there that, Kerry Harris isn't going to tell her team to stop, playing the way they do, but you just have to be a bit more mindful, and certainly when it's when you've conceded 2 goals, and you're behind in the game as it stands, I think it's just going to be a reminder to them, they know they have to be careful and don't leave too many spaces in behind, because Cardiff City have shown they can punish it.
Hastings just taking her time, perhaps, to allow things to calm down a little bit. He was looking for Norman there, but O'Connor got there first, and Met have a good chance. Hancock's under pressure from Walsh. Chavez on this right flank. She looked to take on Pinchard, knocks the ball past Pinchard. Down the right flank, Siobhan Walsh is there, and it'll be a throw into Cardiff Met.
Yeah, confident play there from Chavez, back in the pace that she has to play the ball around the wing back and beat her in a foot race. But again, pretty good defending, not letting her get too much of an upper hand.
Well, here's Murray on the ball, but Chavez can't quite put the ball in. Murray's offside, and Cardiff City can just regather, allow things to calm down, and just over 5 minutes until half-time. Ian Derbyshire will be really impressed with this Cardiff City performance so far.
Yeah, he really ought to be, and it's been really positive. There's just as we thought, maybe the game was sort of settling down a bit, and Cardiff City hadn't shown as much sort of attacking breakthroughs as they were able to make in the opening stages. They pop up with that second goal, taking advantage of defensive errors, and I think that's one of the most pleasing things.
Here comes Pull though. Sweeney gets there first though. Aware of Pull's pace, just Sweeney beating out of the ball there.
Yeah, Cardiff City know that you're not going to get given too many opportunities by Cardiff Met, but you can certainly force them, if you're able to force them into making errors, and you've got to be clinical, and so far they have, and that is why they're ahead.
Looks dangerous here. Pinder finding Chavez outright. She's got options in the box towards O'Connor, but she slices the ball out of play. Disappointing from Chavez from a Cardiff Met perspective.
Yeah, it's a pretty poor effort there from her. I think taking that ball first time, I think back her pace there and crossing ability, and perhaps take it more towards the byline and look for a teammate in the box.
Cardiff City seem pretty strong in defence. Cardiff Met, they have broken them down once in this game, but it seems Cardiff City have learned from that. What do Cardiff Met do now?
Yeah, I think part of it is continuing to just show that attacking intent and will to get forward, and sort of hope that that's going to create openings. But in fairness, there haven't been too many. It's been the Cardiff Met defence that has shown more frailty so far in this game, and Cardiff City haven't offered up too much in the way of encouragement to the Met attackers. So I think it's a case of just keep plugging away, and maybe get Chloe O'Connor involved a bit more in better areas of the pitch. And I think you're looking for a bit more quality from the flanks as well in terms of delivering balls into the box.
Well, there's Pull closing down the Cardiff Met defence again. Looks for options. Atkins was there, but Turner blocked, and Met can clear as far as Pinchard, who comes forward. Pull on the ball once more. Back to Broadhurst, flicked out wide to Atkins. This is where the second goal came from. Atkins into the box, low this time. Pinchard. Still Pinchard, back to Atkins, first time cross into the box. Pulls there, Daniel Green was there, but Cardiff Met do well to clear the ball.
Yeah, there's that potential threat again there from Cardiff City, showing they're not afraid to get the ball into the box, and we know the end result of what can happen when they do that, and certainly Met know that as well. So yeah, certainly continue to be encouraging for the visitors. Yeah,
Seemed Pull was free in the box there as well, just the cross couldn't find her.
Yeah, free again as she was for her second goal. Pretty sure that's not intentional from Cardiff Met. They know the dangers of leaving her free inside the area, so perhaps just a defensive error once again.
Will Kerry Harris almost want to get her team into half-time now with 3 minutes to go and regroup, because it doesn't seem like Cardiff City have changed plans. They want more goals in this game.
Yeah, I think she'll be in that half-time break now. I think Met's sort of attacking danger has been quelled a bit, and obviously suffered from that. You can see in that second goal.
The ball in. Green, Atkins, a great chance, and Annabelle Sweeney does superbly well to get there to prevent a third Cardiff City goal in this game.
Yeah, more space in behind the Met defence there, and just relying on the roll of the ball just to be a bit more kinder, and we could have seen a third goal for Cardiff City there that really would have put the cat amongst the pigeons in this game.
Hutton Townsend will take the throw in. And Met will look to come forward. Chavez on the ball, but she's just forced to knock the ball out of play there under pressure from Pinchard.
Yeah, good pressure there. Perhaps getting a bit of her own back from the defending she's had to do. So she'll take a great confidence out of being able to force a throw in inside the Cardiff Met half as we approach half time.
Pinchard is happy to wait for another ball to come on the pitch now.
Yeah, no great rush, and Pinchard pretty happy to slow this one down a bit as we approach half time.
Pinchard straight to pull, but Cardiff Met back in possession. Sweeney now on the ball. Chips it to Robin Pinder, and she's under pressure from Catherine Walsh. Finds her left back though. Well, Cardiff City managed to win the ball back, and Catherine Walsh finds Pull. What can Pull do here? She looks to beat Turner. Can't quite. Turner does well to get there. Cardiff City appealing for a free kick, but nothing given.
Yeah, she's done well there. Not a position she wanted to have found herself in, Turner one-on-one with Poole, approaching the edge of her own box. But yeah, she's done well there. Be encouraging for her on the team.
Well, Cardiff Met just look to come forward here. Not long till half-time. Cardiff City will just want to keep this lead going into the break. And they do have the ball. Norman to Daly to Walsh. Green now for Cardiff City. Looks to take on Finch. And Met will have a throw in. Murray just on the ball now. Finds O'Connor. Murray looks for a teammate under pressure from Sophie Norman now, and is forced to go all the way back. Norman clears forward. Great defence from Cardiff City there, great pressure.
Yeah, and perhaps a sign of Cardiff Met being mindful of the counter-attack there. They didn't have too many players in the attacking positions other than Chavez on the right wing and O'Connor through the middle, so it was perhaps of a, they've been stung twice, and that's certainly in their minds, and that was a display of it there.
Hutton Townsend beats Pinchard. Looks to find O'Connor. O'Connor slips and scuffs that ball wide. She'll be really disappointed, and you can see it. The half-time whistle blows.
Yeah, she just couldn't quite, get her feet sorted, and eventually slipped. But that's the sort of position she wants to find herself in, and her team want to see her in more often, and they'll need her to be in more in the second half as they trail.
Well, there's Cardiff Met athlete, Cardiff Met sport broadcast student, Joe Bryer as well. Let's see what he's got in store for us.
I'm Joe Bryer. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Neath in South Wales, and I'm a 400-metre sprinter. Started when I was really young, actually. I was about 9 or 10 years old. My mum was running at the time, and she sort of took my sister down to the track, because my sister's a few years older than me. So they were both training and stuff. My mum then quit and started coaching, helped coaching my sister. I thought, I'll give this a go. So I started sprinting, and I was quite bad. I wasn't any good at all, so I was still doing my rugby, my football, cricket and everything on the side, and then decided then I wasn't really good at those either, so I was concentrating more on athletics, and it sort of kicked off then when I was about 15 years old, started running quick. It's pretty intense at the moment. I sort of train 6 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday. So Saturday's the day off, and it's sort of, I run on a track 3 days a week, go in the gym 3 days a week. But it's pretty intense, but I love doing it, so it's not like a pain at all. I'd say personally it was 2 weeks ago at the European Championships where I did the 400 metres and the 4x400 metres. We picked up a bronze medal in the relay, which is pretty cool. That was unexpected, and we were really happy with that. But the 400 metres didn't go to plan. It was pretty tough heat. I didn't manage to get through, but I'll learn from it and move on to the next one. For me, it's just being able to run as fast as possible. I've always loved winning, running fast and beating people, so yeah, it's just that competitive edge in being able to race people, and also the social side. Like, you go away on these trips, like to the Europeans, the World Championships, and you're sharing hotel with some like amazing athletes. You get to meet so many different people, and yeah, it's such a great experience being able to compete at that level. Yes, my inspiration is probably Ewan Thomas, the British 400 metre record holder. Because because he's Welsh, he's a Welsh guy, he's got the British record. And two, I've spoken to him a few times. He's just such a lovely guy, and he's also a good presenter on the TV as well. So yeah, it sort of fits into my bracket pretty well. So my main goal at the moment is to compete at the European Under-23 Championships, because lucky enough I'm still young enough to do that. So hopefully I can go there and possibly win that, or just pick up a medal, which I'll be really happy with, and then also to be part of the Great Britain 4x4 relay at the Tokyo Olympics.
Bryer, the flyer there, 400-metre runner, McDonald's enthusiast and Tokyo hopeful. How good is it to see Joe? He was director of the King Coy Cup earlier. How good is it to see him? You know, he's an athlete, he's a student athlete, he's on this course. How good is it to see him, you know, getting involved and also, you know, pushing for the Olympics?
Yeah, it is really good, and he's a really talented athlete, and really interesting to be on the same course as him. You know, someone who's performing at such a high level and has such potential to go higher as well. It's good to be doing the course with him, and good to hopefully be tracking his progress in the future.
Yeah, we wish Joe all the best in his hopes to get out to Tokyo. We've got a few other athletes on the course. We've got Jenny Nesbitt as well. She's pushing really well in the GB sort of setup. She's doing a 10k and sort of 20k. So, you know, it's fantastic to see. We've also got some crowds here today. Obviously, no crowds meant to be in here, but a few people peering through the fence. What are your thoughts on the crowd situation at the minute, Tom?
Yeah, it's been obviously a positive one overall to see fans coming back. Perhaps disappointing that we've not had them permitted to come back for Cumbria Premier games yet, and this level too. It would be good to see, but obviously we do have the people behind the fence that you know, shows the level of support that there is for this game. But yeah, hopefully this is going to be coming back even more now, and it's more of a return to normal, hopefully.
Moving on from crowds, what do you make of that first half? It's been an enthralling encounter, you know, end-to-end stuff, but Cardiff City obviously two goals to one up, and they're looking the better side.
They do, yeah, they have been the better side. It's been a really interesting first half, perhaps not what I was expecting so much, but you know, we've seen the first goal there from Phoebe Poole. It's been they've really stung Cardiff Met twice. They've been able to get in behind that high line that the Cardiff Met hold, which is just how they play. You can't criticise that too much. That is how they play, but yeah, Phoebe Poole scoring twice, showing her abilities, and yes, it's really set us up for an intriguing second half. And there's a good goal from Chloe O'Connor too.
Was that? Yeah, I think that was Amy Long. Sorry, with that.
Amy Long, with
that goal. They start calling her Amy Long shot with these long distance strikes that she is getting. That's 3 goals in 2 games for her. She is on top form.
Yeah, and this was the second goal for Cardiff City. Some really poor marking there from Cardiff Met. Initially, sort of getting caught in behind, and then some way or another they've managed to find Phoebe Poole, who's just not being marked whatsoever in the box, and you can't give her that opportunity that close to goal, and she's really punished on there.
You can criticise the defender, but how good was that delivery there, and how good was that finish from Phoebe Poole?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was a pinpoint finish, perfect really to her feet, and yeah, it's given her every opportunity to scoring, and fair play. They've been really clinical so far, Cardiff City.
17 years old. How good is Phoebe Poole, and how good can she be? Can she be? And does she deserve a Wales call up?
Yeah, we were discussing in commentary, she can't be too far away now. She's certainly got to be at least on the radar, and if it's not an immediate call-up, it's going to be one in a few years' time. But yeah, she's doing that in a semi-final stage here. She's been banging them in the league, and you know, at this age, her trajectory is only going up.
Very, very impressive stuff. Now, you talked about that high line that is obviously being exploited by Cardiff City. A lot of them are coming from long balls. Do they have to change that in the second half? What would you advise Cardiff Met do?
Yeah, we're trying to think about what Met can do. It's just, you know, you can't tell a team to stop playing the way that they do so often, and what makes them a successful team. But it's just being a bit more careful. I think we saw towards the end of the first half they were sort of not throwing as many players forward, and yeah, they've got to be mindful of that high line, and it's been breached a couple of times. Yeah, maybe I can't see a formation change coming as such, but it's just having a bit more mindfulness of what can happen.
And we talked about getting behind the high line. I think Cardiff Met potentially have to thank Annabelle Sweeney for a couple of fantastic saves she's made. You know, what a shrewd signing she's been from America.
Yeah, she's been really good so far. You know, it's 2-1, the 2-1 down, but it could potentially be worse. She's shown good composure and good determination, and you know, smelling the situation to come out a couple of times and quell any danger. She's been really impressive, and yeah, if it wasn't for her, it could have been a bit worse for the Met.
And it's not been all Cardiff City, of course. Cardiff Met some good chances. You picked up it in commentary down this right-hand side. Eliana Chavez of some you know, great opportunities. What have you made of her performance in the first half?
Yeah, she's probably been the brightest spark, I'd say, for Cardiff Met in their attacking play. She's been found the most, and that's where they've had the most success down this right side. perhaps she'll be wanting a bit more from her delivery into the box, but she's getting into these positions and she's beat her opposite number on a couple of occasions. It's been a good battle so far, I think, but yeah, I think she's one of the players where if there's a threat that's going to come from anywhere, it's going to be from here, I think.
Well, thank you, Tom. So for now, we're going to talk about there's a Welsh Blood promo going out, and we've got Will Fuller here of the men's club to tell us more about it.
Yeah, the Blood, Sweat and Cheers campaign is an initiative to get fans of Cymru League teams into donation centres and donating blood, and I think it's a really worthy cause. Personally, I'm always a fan of donating. My dad did it until he got ill, so sort of followed in his footsteps, I think, and I think it's important that as a club we're seen to be playing our part in social messages such as this, and it's something, like I say, it's close to me. Growing up, he'd always come back with a bandage around his arm. You sort of ask, what's that? But never take too much notice, and he contracted glandular fever when I was a kid, and they didn't take his blood anymore after that, and it was always something I wanted to do, to follow in his footsteps, and I think I'm on 11 pints now, so slowly getting there. So with the rewards, it's cards and badges at different milestones, and I'm nowhere near some of the other people, but yeah, I was pretty pleased when I got my 10-pint badge. Like I say, I think it's important that we're involved in these sort of things, whether it's blood, whether it's social justice or causes. There's a bigger picture for the league to play and the clubs to play, and we'll continue to do that. So you can visit the website, you can click on your local Cymru League's team badge, and it will bring up the nearest donation centres to you across the next month.
People can donate at Barry, in Roath, and at the Culver House Cross, so they're all pretty local, and they're all quite accessible, so that's good. Gwaed, chwys a iechyd da.
A fantastic campaign there, and one we can all get behind. Now, this week we saw the Champions League final. Chelsea obviously lost to Barcelona, unfortunately 4-0, but there was a Welsh star amongst them, Sophie Ingle, previously of Cardiff Met. How disappointing would it have been for her to lose that match?
Yeah, really disappointing, I think, for her and Chelsea. It's perhaps they weren't favourites, and a win for them in that final would have been a massive achievement. But I think, yeah, the way it panned out, a 4-0 defeat doesn't look good in the final. But yeah, in terms of Sophie, Wales captain, one of Wales' all-time best players, and now involved on the biggest stage in club football. It's positive signs for her and Welsh football, I think, as well. But yeah, disappointing, I think, with the scoreline more than anything.
Yeah, she's flying the flag for Wales, and do you think she stands a chance of getting in this? Obviously Olympics coming up. Do you think she'll be selected for GB? Her name is being thrown in the hat.
Yeah, I think she's definitely in with a chance, and I wouldn't look past her being a potential captain as well. She does it for Wales so often, and she is a real leader. I think, yeah, I'd be very disappointed to not see her in that Olympic squad.
Well, the match is about to restart now. Tom, what do Cardiff Met need to do to get back into this game? And is there anyone on the bench they could potentially bring on that may have an impact?
I just think potentially just making more out of your players that are up front at the moment. I think Chloe O'Connor, we haven't seen enough of her. We know her abilities. She had a couple of sort of pot shots, but nothing of danger. But it's just getting her involved more. She scored so many goals in the league, and yeah, perhaps a bit more quality from the box from both the flanks. But I think, yeah, getting Chloe O'Connor involved a bit more and win a few more second balls in that opposition half, and just, yeah, you're just looking for those forward players to show their abilities, which they've shown so often this season on Sunday as well.
Cheers, Tom. Well, I'll let you get back to commentary. Thank you very much for that wonderful insight. We'll let the second half is about to kick off. It was a pulsating first half, and we hope for more of the same in this second half. I'll hand you back over to Richard Earley and Tom Pritchard on commentary.
Back underway here at King Coig campus. Catherine Mull standing over the ball, just waiting for the referee's whistle to go. Here we go then, the second half. Cardiff City leading Cardiff Met 2-1 here at King Coig campus in the WPWL Cup semi-final. Robin Pinder on the ball as Cardiff Met look to attack, look to get that equaliser. It's long on the ball now, but Pinder regathers possession for Met. Finch just assessing her options, finds O'Connor, first time ball, straight to Daly though, and she lumps the ball forward towards Walsh. Turner knocks the ball forward for Met, looking for Hutton Townsend. And Pinchard does really well to win the ball there. She's coming back and Cardiff City can attack now. Pender wins the ball in a good position. Walsh's sliding tackle isn't successful. Daly recovers under pressure from Murray, and Cardiff City back out in attack here. Here comes Pinchard down the left wing. Atkins. Norman just knocks the ball forward, and it'll be a Cardiff Met throw in. Only 30 seconds into this second half, Tom, but Cardiff Met look like they're really up for it.
Yeah, and I was just thinking when the ball was down in the corner there with Cardiff Met in the opposite in the far corner, and they appealed for a foul. Just thinking, we haven't seen many free kicks in this game at all. It's been so open, and teams have spent so much time sort of finding space and whatever. We haven't seen many free kicks given, which is, you're not complaining there, but perhaps it's a bit of an oddity for football, but one we're certainly happy with.
Well, here's pulled back to Broadhurst, and Walsh on the ball now. All the way back to Daly in defence for Cardiff City, who finds birthday girl Fionn Price. Cardiff Met regain possession, look to attack. O'Connor lumps the ball forward to Chavez. She assesses her options. There's not many there, and Price is able to clear. Pender in midfield as Cardiff Met look to attack. Cardiff City almost win the ball back, but O'Connor in possession. Pender just knocks the ball out of play. Well, as that Cardiff Met attack comes to an end, Tom, what would a trophyless season mean for Met?
Yeah, I think it would be a real setback for them. They're a team that we've seen competing for trophies, for so many years, and usually winning one, here or there, whether it's League or League Cup or the Women's Cup as well. So it will be a real setback. It's a tough period as well. We're not having fans, etc. And the tough season it's been. It would be a very disappointing end. But then, at least they're sort of in contention if it does happen. We obviously don't know how it's going to turn out yet. But the league campaign has been really positive. Swansea City are a top side, and it looks as if that defeat in Swansea is just going to be what does for Cardiff Met's hopes if Swansea do go on to win the league. But they're well in contention in these competitions, and it's fine margins, and it's that competitiveness which we've spoken about previously.
Well, that was a dangerous ball long forward towards Danielle Green, but Finch did really well to recover and knock the ball out of play. A good position for Cardiff City now as they look for a third goal. Fionn Price ready to take this throw in. Danielle Broadhurst stands free there. Price opts to find Walsh though. First time, low into the box, but Cardiff Met can clear. Long on the ball now. She knocks the ball down the left flank as far as Daly. Broadhurst competing with the ball with O'Connor there, but it lands to Daly, then to Broadhurst. Now pull around the edge of the area. She's closed down quickly by Pender. Broadhurst has plenty of time now to find her captain, Siobhan Walsh. Pull to Pinchard, back to Broadhurst. Broadhurst lumps the ball forward, but Hutton Townsend can get back there, and well, she's forced to concede the throw in under pressure from Pinchard. Good pressure there.
Yeah, Cardiff City will be pretty happy with this start the second half, particularly in the last couple of minutes where they've spent all that time in Cardiff Met's defensive third, and then this is where they want to be. Even if they're not creating too many chances from it, it's, they'll be quite happy to be in this part of the field, and I'd like to build from there with their current lead.
It doesn't look like Ian Derbyshire has told the team to change plans at all at half-time. It seems exactly the same sort of plan from Cardiff City. It's been working so far.
Yeah, I think he'll just been asking his players to, challenging them to go and repeat that first half performance, and if they're able to do that, then they stand every chance of coming through this cup tie. It was a really impressive first half, and it's been a solid enough start to the second half as well. So Ian Darby should be very happy.
Of course, Phoebe Poole, who scored the 2 goals in the first half for Cardiff City, well, she was challenged well by Hancock. It seems a couple of defenders are on Phoebe Poole now at all times, really, Tom.
Yeah, it's a wise decision. I think she's shown the threat she has and the clinical touch as well to really make Cardiff Met think twice about how they're defending, how they're marking, etc. And yeah, it looks like the Met have made an extra effort just to try and reduce their influence in this game, which has been pretty considerable so far.
Well, Finch comes forward well. Murray finds Finch again. She's through, she's onside. And it's a goal for Cardiff Met. It's offside. That's offside, and Finch will be gutted. Cardiff Met will be gutted that they haven't got that second goal. The scoreboard's changed to 2-2, but that's incorrect.
Yeah, it looked as if it was. I think we were a bit surprised to see that the play was able to continue. It was a bit sort of like the Premier League games here where, you know, the linesman is flagging immediately and players going on. There was a hint of offside there, and as it turns out it was. But yeah, decent opening though for Cardiff Met nonetheless. They need a few more of those.
Just shows how dangerous Cardiff Met can be on the attack. The left back just linking up play with the forward and almost scoring.
Yeah, although they've shown some issues defensively in this game. You know, their attack's always going to keep them in this game, and just another reminder there to the Bluebirds of their abilities.
Well, here's Mills just assessing her options, finds Hancock's long on the ball now. She looks to spray it wide. A really good block from Pinchard there. She recovers and Cardiff City can come away with the ball.
Yeah, a good intervention there, because otherwise it looked like the ball was running through to Eliana Chavez, who was in acres of space. So yeah, good resolute stuff.
Well, Siobhan Walsh just plays the ball back nicely. Oh, well, Hastings under a bit of pressure there from Long.
Yeah, a bit more than I think she was expecting, but yeah, she looked pretty cool there, and as it turns out, you know, she's managed to get the ball away.
Well, Price lumps the ball forward. Poole gets on the end of it. Faces Turner. Poole under pressure back to Price, who takes it down the right wing. She attempts to put the ball into the box, and it does go in the box, but Swinney gathers quite comfortably. No Cardiff City player near it.
Yeah, perhaps a bit of a disappointment there in terms of quality delivery. Not really close to any of her teammates, and it's pretty comfortable for Swinney.
Well, Swinney did move here with Eliana Chavez from St Edward's University in Texas, and it was a ball from Swinney to Chavez there.
Yeah, it's a strong connection, perhaps the strongest one in the side in terms of the journey they've been on. It's and perhaps the two most influential players for Met so far in this game.
So we could just see that goal disallowed for offside there. Absolutely gutting for Met. But here comes O'Connor. Just outside the box, looks to put the ball in. Norman blocks well, and Cardiff Met will have a corner, a great attacking opportunity.
Yeah, first corner of the second half for them.
Well, Hancock's is going to be taking this corner. A good chance for Met now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they look to do here. There hasn't been too much advantage either way.
Well, the ball does come in. It's cleared, and well, there was a bit of technique there from O'Connor, a bit like we saw against Britain Ferry-Kinsale, and the ball did find the net, but that one goes over.
Yeah, a similar area to where she scored that magnificent goal with her right foot, the looping effort. But on that occasion, under a bit more pressure, and the ball's not fallen as kindly to her on that occasion, and yeah, she plays that one over. But yeah, she needs to be getting a few more touches from here. She's the danger up front for Met, so she'll be open to continue to be getting these sort of positions.
I think she actually hit the ball with her left foot there as well.
Yeah, that was a left-footed. Not a bad effort if that is her weaker foot. It's encouraging enough.
Well, Met looking to attack quickly here. Pinder long, and Daly clears. Phoebe Pull on the ball, marked well out. Hancock's in possession for Met now. Goes wide towards Chavez. Chavez will look to come forward. Pinchard face as well, but Chavez cuts inside and passes the ball to Fionn Price, who's got plenty of time, and she knocks it forward towards Pull, who's tackled by Turner. The ball is played wide by Murray, and Chavez has a chance to put the ball in the box. It's faced by Siobhan Walsh, who blocks. O'Connor now in the area, and she forces Norman to put the ball out for a corner kick. Great pressure from Cardiff Met.
Yeah, we've seen a bit more of their ability to find space in the last few minutes here, and this is what's going to be needed to get them back into the game, and just still lacking that quality into the box in terms of delivery and quality in that area, but we have a chance yet.
O'Connor puts the ball in, Turner can't quite get ahead to it, and Cardiff City will take a goal kick. Hastings just running towards that ball there. Of course, no people in attendance to gather the footballs this evening.
Yeah, that is another one of the downsides of how football is being played at the moment. Understandable, of course, but yeah, it just means an extra bit of running. Probably not the worst thing for the goalkeeper if she's going to be standing still as the sun's going down. Yeah, sure, mind being able to have a bit of a quick jog over there, but before she stands still again. But
I think Hastings will be happy just that she can take her time when regathering the ball.
Yeah, no need for any real rush from here, with her side in the lead.
Well, good pressure from Danielle Green and Phoebe Pull on Turner, who's forced to put the ball out of play, and Fionn Price will take the throw in for Cardiff City. Catherine Walsh looking for that ball, but it's cleared as far as Broadhurst, and Finch is able to knock the ball clear. Chavez sprinting towards the ball, but Pinchard gets there first. Broadhurst finds Captain Walsh. Back to Broadhurst, back to Daly, and Daly knocks the ball forward. Finch heads down the line and out for a throw in. Just on the halfway line, a good attacking opportunity for Cardiff City. Price just jogs up towards the halfway line. Aims for Walsh, but Long gets there. Broadhurst back to Siobhan Walsh, and she knocks the ball to her sister Catherine. O'Connor to Finch, who looks to come forward here, but finds Broadhurst. Looks like Finch is really trying to get that goal that was ruled out.
Yeah, extra incentive for her to...
Well, here comes Pull. She's got an option out wide with Atkins there, but Cardiff Met recover well and come away with the ball. Hancock's on the ball now, finds Pinder. She's got a bit of time. Turner puts her under pressure, forces it back to Sweeney, who's forced to take a quick kick.
Yeah, again, Paul was found in a bit of space there. Met did well enough to get back and recover that situation, but yeah, the potential threat there once more. We know how it can end up.
Well, Finch does well to beat Broadhurst there. She finds Murray, who plays the ball into the area. Hastings gathers it with her feet before with her hands. And Cardiff City have a little bit of time just to assess where they want to put the ball. It's played long, straight to Turner, and Atkins gathers it on the left flank. Pinchard in possession. Atkins on the ball, knocks it forward. Pulled to Pinchard, nice play. Pinchard tries to find Catherine Walsh, but Catherine Walsh couldn't quite get there. Cardiff City showing urgency here. Daly plays it to Hancock, so and Cardiff Met have a good attacking opportunity.
Yeah, good potential opportunity, yeah.
O'Connor now in midfield, plays the ball, well, attempts to play it to Chavez, but the ball trickles out and Pinchard can prepare to take a throw in.
Yeah.
Well, Phoebe Poole, who's of course scored 2 goals for Cardiff City this evening. She actually turned 17 last week.
Yeah, it's incredible, really. It's as we were saying to Chris at half time, that if we were saying this is the ability she has at this age now, and that sort of trajectory in the future, next few years, like to be very positive for her, and particularly Cardiff City if she stays with them and continues to score at the rate she is.
Well, the first substitution for Cardiff Met, Shannon Evans comes on for Robin Pinder, the former Cardiff City Player of the Season. Shannon Evans, just on the hour mark.
Yeah,
So
former Golden Boot winner, and another attacking option for Cardiff City.
she's of course an incredibly strong attacking threat for Met to bring off the bench. Just shows the quality Met have in that squad.
Yeah, potentially could be a case of her coming back to haunt her former club here. We know her goal scoring ability that we've seen in her time at her previous club, and it's a good option to bring on at this time.
Those Cardiff City centre-backs, Hannah Daly and Siobhan Walsh, they've been playing together for years, and they played with Shannon Evans as well, so they'll know exactly the threat she possesses.
Yeah, they've. You think that will work in their favour? Obviously, they know her strengths and weaknesses, but yeah, perhaps key knowing her weaknesses too, and perhaps gives them an extra edge to know where to be and how to marshal their side, which they've done pretty well so far. The centre-back partnership has been strong for the visitors so far this evening.
Well, Cardiff Met in attack here now. O'Connor plays it to Long, who plays it to Finch on the left flank. Finch works it inside. Appeals for a free kick, but no foul. Give in. Hutton Townsend finds substitute Evans, who finds Murray. Oh, and it's an equaliser for Cardiff Met. It's not offside this time. Erin Murray puts the ball in the back of the net, and an immediate impact from Shannon Evans assisting that goal, Tom.
Yeah, looked a close call there with the offside. Two former Bluebirds there linking up against the former side to devastating effect. But yeah, it's a confident finish. Looked close to with the offside call, but I think that's the correct decision. It's a good intricate ball there from Shannon Evans, and confidently finished from Erin Murray, who's also been in good goal scoring touch, and she's shown her confidence in front of goal. To set up what is going to be a very exciting half an hour here.
Well, a great decision from Kerry Harris to put Shannon Evans on the hour mark. And it's the same scoreline as it was last time out between these teams, 2-2.
Yeah, and you wouldn't bet too much on it remaining as it is. I think both sides are keeping that attacking intent that's been evident all game, and fingers crossed we do see a few more goals, and we can continue to see this.
Well, it's exactly the same way as it's played out last time as well. Of course, Cardiff City taking the lead, Met getting back into the game. Well, here's another chance for Murray. The shot's not quite as clinical that time, and Hastings gathers well. Murray certainly seems more dangerous since Evans has come on.
Yeah, Met's starting to show their abilities again now going forward, and posing that threat and just getting a few more balls forward than they were. I think whilst they looked sort of positive in the first half, it was more getting in the right positions and showing that intent. But now we're seeing a few more successful things come off, and that's leading to a lot of danger.
Well, here's Evans, and it's straight into the hands of Hastings as well. But that threat from Chavez, more life now there down the right flank with Cardiff Met.
Yeah, just a bit more sort of accuracy as well. Balls going where they need to be and where they can cause a lot of danger for the Cardiff City backline, and that's what we've seen in the last 5 minutes or so.
Well, Cardiff City attempted to go forward there, but Turner got there first, and Hannah Daly forced to put the ball out of play for a corner under pressure from goal scorer Murray. O'Connor will take this corner, and another chance for Met now to try and take the lead.
Yeah, they've certainly got the wind in the sails here now. So it's been all them in the last few minutes here, and as I said, just being a bit more accurate in what they're trying to do, and it's putting them into a lot of dangerous areas and creating some dangerous chances, and that could well prove to be fatal for Cardiff City with the players we know that Met have.
O'Connor's put the ball in, but Catherine Walsh heads away. Siobhan Walsh then heads away and charges after the ball. Great drive from Siobhan Walsh to get forward there. She looks up front towards Phoebe Poole, but it's a strong defence from Finch there, who comes away with the ball. She's on the ball now. Hancock's plays the ball forward towards Evans. O'Connor's free in the area, and so is Murray. Evans puts it across. Murray's there, and it's headed off the line by Keris Pinchard. I think we'll have to see a replay there, Tom, just to double check exactly what happened. There was so much going on.
Just double check if that header was as brilliant as I think it was to deny what looked like was going to be a goal. That's it.
Well, just looking at this replay, great save originally from Hastings. Did it knock off the head of Hastings there?
Yeah, that's a superb goal line block, and just reactions there to get that ball over.
Ball
very impressive.
In. Norman clears. The corners haven't worked out so far for Met.
No, they've been pretty disappointing. As I said, I don't think either side's got a really distinct height advantage as it were, but yeah, perhaps we could see a bit more sort of invention, but doesn't look like being an avenue for any potential goals for either side so far.
Well, it looks like Cardiff City are making a change here. Norman comes off and Lisa Owen comes on, a very experienced right back Lisa Owen. So will we see right back Fionn Price push forward now? Walsh plays the ball long. Headed clear there, O'Connor in possession for Met. Poole wins the ball, beats Hancock's in that battle. Here's Catherine Walsh, sprays the ball to substitute Lisa Owen. It's a bit of a strong pass though, isn't it?
Yeah, not where Sheila wanted to be receiving that ball. It's put his head on the back foot here again once more.
Hastings seemed to clear the ball pretty quickly there, but under no pressure.
Yeah, and it's just given Met another chance to play in this area of the field where they've really had the visitors penned in for the last few minutes here.
Well, here's Finch. She shoots, and it goes just wide.
Yeah, just got around that shot, I think, a bit too much, and it's dragged it to the left of where she wanted it to go. But another more danger from the Met. They're ramping up the pressure here now.
Well, it seems Ian Derbyshire's definitely aware of that pressure as he made that change, brought on a right back, Lisa Owen, who's gone to right back, and Fionn Price has gone into midfield where Norman was.
Yes, we saw a lot of Cardiff Met attacks down the right in the first half, but we're seeing them balance it up a bit more here in the second, and perhaps that was a move.
Broadhurst plays the ball forward for Poole. She's through on goal now. Can she finish, get a hat-trick? Yes, she can, and it's 3-2 to Cardiff City. Phoebe Poole has a hat-trick, and she celebrates with her teammates. Incredible from the 17-year-old.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Very, very good finishing, and well-deserved hat-trick from her. She's been absolutely superb. Coming into this game, we knew the threat she potentially posed to the Archers, and she's done exactly that. Could potentially lead to a side win in this game, but yeah, it's superb, and Met have been caught on the counter again, and just that high line's been exposed. Very good ball through to find her, and she's got that finishing touch. Very, very clinical, and yeah, it's a great challenge to see what Met can do from here now. Can they fight back for a third time?
It's just that pace again. Finch just couldn't keep up, and Cardiff City have made a substitution. Zoe Atkins has come on, and it looks like Jasmine Simpson has come on for Cardiff City. Finch will take this through, and for Cardiff Met, who'll look to respond for a third time.
Yeah, they've shown they're capable of doing it, but it's not the ideal situation, this having to keep going to the well here, but they attack once more.
Well, here's Lisa Owen bringing that energy from the bench. Danielle Green looking for the ball, but Owen ups the pass inside. O'Connor intercepts, and Met can come forward. Ball played long, too long. Siobhan Walsh gets back though, and knocks the ball out of play. Great pace from Siobhan Walsh just to get back and beat Long to the ball.
Yeah, good pace shown there just to get across and just a quick chance for a breather as well, and just prevent any immediate Met danger, which they have been showing in the last few minutes, and even before that Phoebe Poole goal just went in.
Well, Poole plays Jazz Simpson through. She's onside, she's through on goal. Can she make it 4? Oh, and a great save by the onrushing Sweeney.
Yeah, she's done well there again, Sweeney. Decision making in terms of coming out of goal has been really good, and it was again there. That was looked another close call in terms of offside. Linesman kept his flag down, but good decision there from Sweeney to come out and good execution, and he's kept this game within Cardiff Met's reach. But again, they're caught in that scenario where a through ball has exploited them once again.
Really interesting. As soon as Phoebe Poole scored that third goal, Ian Derbyshire just looked straight to his bench, got Jasmine Simpson on, bring some more energy to the game, take a forward off, put a forward on.
Yeah, it's a good confidence, and you've got to say his changes have been pretty good so far, and his overall game plan has worked really well, and who knows, it could lead to what would be a really memorable victory here, but still a lot of football to be played, I think.
Definitely unlucky from Jasmine Simpson, almost an immediate impact from the bench.
Yeah, it's the former archer there, Jasmine Simpson. Quite a lot of crossover here tonight in terms of players who've played for both teams.
Jasmine Simpson as well, another Cardiff City player who's under the age of 20. Broadhurst finds Green. Well, the referee takes his time but blows for the handball.
Yeah, it looks as if it did come off the hand there. Not intentional as such, but I think it was a case of just here benefiting from using the hand there, which you can't have really. But
Have Cardiff Met just made a change there? We'll have to check that, and we'll bring that information to you as soon as possible. But it looks like Hutton Townsend's gone off.
yeah, it does. Yeah, I can just see her make her on the far side. Looks as if she has gone off the field.
And it seems that Roberts has come on for Cardiff Met. Well, we'll just have a look at this chance here. Jasmine Simpson clear through on goal, but Sweeney just comes out really well and makes a strong save.
Yeah, you can see Sweeney was sort of halfway out of her goal, kind of waiting, and just decided in the right moment to completely commit to coming out. And on that occasion, once again, she's timed that really well and been a real presence and saved her team.
It's been a great game for minute 1 here at Kincoid campus, but there's 16 minutes remaining. Can Cardiff Met gap level once more?
Yeah, so I've seen quite a quick turnaround to the final of this competition as well, with it being next Wednesday, just a week today at Dragon Park in Newport, where the final is traditionally held. We're still not exactly knowing who's going to be booking their place there to meet either Aberystwyth or Swansea in the final, but still a lot of action to come here.
Price just knocks the ball clear. Simpson, a substitute on the ball now. Plenty of time. Finds Walsh. She's got options forward. Knocks the ball cross field. Jasmine Simpson on the ball now. Broadhurst to Simpson. Simpson puts the ball in the box. Danielle Green's free, but can't quite get a solid header on that.
Yeah, she was completely unmarked in the area there. Was Danielle Green. That's again pretty concerning signs for Met, how a forward player can be so free inside the area, given it's already happened and resulted in a goal in this game already. It's not ideal defending there as the ball comes into the stand.
2 great chances for Cardiff City in a matter of minutes. Will they get many more opportunities like that?
Yeah, I would be surprised if they get more chances of that quality. In terms of how close the goal it was, but we'll see.
O'Connor shoots, but the shot's not good enough. It trickles wide, and well, Hastings can walk to the ball and Cardiff City can reshape.
Yeah, no real rush in terms of getting the ball there. Definitely now with the lead.
Of course, that other semi-final, Aberystwyth Town against Swansea City. Everyone loves an underdog. Aberystwyth Town, of course, bottom of the Welsh Premier Women's League at the moment.
Yeah, that really would be one of the more remarkable underdog upsets that we've seen in women's football in Wales. They've got it all to do with Swansea. Such an impressive side this year.
Well, Broadhurst just happy to pull the shirt of Roberts. I think she'll take a yellow card for her team there.
Yeah, not a great deal of subtlety there from her. So one of those fouls that you're happy to give away and just take it, assuming she could see that there was going to be a dangerous attack developing, and she was pretty happy to take the yellow to stop any danger there.
I think at that point Cardiff City had 4 players forward as well, so I think Broadhurst was probably right to commit a foul.
Yeah, it looked to be a pretty wise decision. I think there's always a time in the game for a tactical foul, and I think she's used her one pretty well there.
Well, Hancock's takes that. Unlucky from Chavez there, almost got there at the back post, but not close enough.
Yeah, pretty inviting ball there. It was in the air for quite a while to give Chavez an opportunity to get on the end of it, but just couldn't quite get there in time.
Even being in the lead, Cardiff City, well, as I said, they had 4 players forward. They're looking for that 4th goal.
Yeah, and that's real credit to them. It's you wouldn't criticise a team for being 3-2 up here against the opposition away from home and perhaps looking to be a bit more safe, but they're certainly looking for that 4th goal to potentially kill the game off, because it's not killed off in this situation at 3-2, but at 4-2 you would certainly say it's well within their hands then. But yeah, real credit to the visitors. Yeah.
Well, Price just knocks that ball forward, but it's not a Cardiff City player on the end of it this time. Will it be a happy 24th birthday for Fionn Price as Shannon Evans comes forward? She puts the ball across, and Hannah Daly can just put the ball out for a corner kick to Met here. A chance here with about 12 minutes remaining here at Kincoid campus.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Shannon Evans played the ball slightly too early there. Perhaps could have taken it on a bit further. I think that's when the defender was more expecting it and was able to be in a position to defend that one. Perhaps she would have been a bit better off taking the ball further and giving O'Connor a bit more chance to manoeuvre in the box, but as is, they've still got a corner. Well,
O'Connor puts the ball in, and it's a headed clear by Siobhan Walsh. Here's Roberts though, and it's cleared again by Siobhan Walsh. Poole attempts to gather, can't quite. Cardiff Met gather the ball, and Hancock is in possession. She sends the ball all the way back to Sweeney, who tells her team to push wide.
Yeah, Met looking to try and get as wide as possible in order to stretch the pitch, and which also then will leave spaces in the middle as they look to stretch Cardiff City.
Well, Green's in possession now. She heads towards Walsh, but Mills does really well just to clear the ball wide.
Yeah, Turner, the centre-back, was down for a brief moment there whilst Cardiff City were on the attack, but back up now into the defensive line. Looks okay to continue.
Yeah, the Cardiff Met captain, of course, Steph Turner. She's a really crucial part of this team. Cardiff Met look to attack again. Murray puts the ball wide. The referee blows his whistle. What's that one for, Tom?
Yeah, not sure, was there a little something on the ball there? Nothing too obvious that we could make out, but the referee's much closer to the action, and he's seen something there, and it's fair enough. It's in the favour of Cardiff City, as we're looking to probably get the ball into the area, I think.
Seems like Broadhurst has come short for the ball, but the ball will be sent long by Price. Turner knees the ball to O'Connor though, and she lofts it Well, it's taking the deflection and it's out for a Cardiff Met flow-in.
Yeah, the game's perhaps potentially sort of pace has gone down a little bit in the last few minutes, which Cardiff City will be much more the happier with protecting the lead. But yeah, Met just need to get their energy up again. I think they've got the players and they've made the substitutions to be able to do that, and that is their challenge now in the last 10 minutes, with Cardiff City looking the more likely to go on and win the game.
Yes, there's been such an intensity in this match from the very start, and Cardiff City will be happy just to have a throw in here and just taking their time. Hastings gathering the ball for Owen. And the clock is ticking.
Yeah, the referee was encouraging making sure the Cardiff City weren't wasting too much time on the throw, and he was very keen to get the ball back in play, which is fair enough.
Seems Cardiff Met are just trying to, well, try a few things now, but it's not quite worked out as Hastings gathers the ball again. And it's back to Hastings again as well.
Yeah, it hasn't been the same attacking sort of fluidity that we've come to know from Cardiff Met. While they've been in the positions to be able to, to be dangerous from us. They did have a spell just before Cardiff City's third goal where they were creating a few openings and getting into good positions, but I think overall in the game it hasn't quite been there to the extent which they like. They've still managed to get 2 goals, from their endeavours, but could perhaps cost them, along with some defensive issues.
Well, Cardiff Met have just made a change. Chavez has gone off and Price has come on. Price lumps the ball into the area, and Cardiff Met gather comfortably, but Walsh gets a boot in the way. Long plays the ball a little bit too far long, and Owen can come down the right wing. She decides that, well, great pass to Phoebe Poole there. Price to Broadhurst in midfield. Pinchard, who's played superbly in this game, but Cardiff Met come on the attack, and it looks like Roberts has pulled a hamstring there. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. It certainly looks like there's a hamstring on that occasion. You can make out she's holding it there. It's very unfortunate. Just one of the worst parts of football, really. It's just you have to sprint after a ball, but there's always the chance that that's going to happen. It's not an ideal time to happen.
Well, we'll just have a look at Cardiff City's third goal, potentially the match-winning goal. Poole just coolly putting that ball into the bottom corner.
Yeah, expertly taken there. Cool as a cucumber from Phoebe Poole for a third goal, and what a display from here. Undoubtedly player of the match. Certainly if Cardiff City go on to win, but I would say anyway, obviously having such an influence on the game.
We were saying before the game that Cardiff Met have only conceded 7 goals this season, but Phoebe Poole scored 3 tonight, and it's not the only goals she scored against Met this season either.
Yeah, nearly half as many as they conceded in the league, which is crazy, really. It's such a good defensive performance, but...
Well, that's an unfortunate sight, and Catherine Walsh was just helping Roberts up there, who's hobbling off, and we wish her all the best with her recovery. Cardiff Met have made 3 changes so far in this game. And Cardiff Met will have to play the remainder of this match with 10 players after using all their substitutes.
Yeah, we certainly didn't see anyone come on there in place of Roberts, and there aren't. Can't make out any players who are going to be looking to come on. I think they are able to do so, but certainly not an ideal situation to be playing the closing stages here, needing a goal just with 10 players.
Yeah, just about 5 minutes remaining. But Cardiff Met do have... it seems to be a free kick anyway, and it looks like Hancock's is going to take. There's a Cardiff Met push for a third equaliser.
Yeah, should be looking for a quality delivery here, so chances are going to be few and far between now with the time left. Need a good delivery to pick a player out.
Well, she almost picked a teammate out, but the ball's ended up in the arms of Hastings, who will just take her time here. Broadhurst is aiming to find pull there, but can't quite, and Sweeney's just going to knock the ball forward first time. Feel Price's touch wasn't quite good enough, and Murray's on the ball. Plays the ball down the line now for Finch. Price putting Finch under pressure, and Cardiff Met will have a throw in a good area.
Yeah, I suspect we're going to see the vast majority of the remainder of this game played in this area of the field.
Well, Evans causing trouble there, but couldn't quite get the right pass away, and Siobhan Moss can clear for another Cardiff Met throw in as they put on the pressure.
Yeah, nice nutmeg from her there. She's shown a few good touches since coming on, of course, setting up the second goal as well. Shannon Evans, very impressive display from her off the bench.
Well, it'll be a Cardiff Met corner, and Hancock's has come forward to take this corner. There can't be many more chances left in this game with just over 3 minutes remaining. Can Cardiff Met get a third equaliser? The ball comes in. Evans connects, but well, it may have been 3 points in a rugby match, but nothing in this game.
Yeah, it was comfortably over the bar, but not what they were after. And yeah, the corners haven't been a great area of strength for Met tonight, or for either side, in fairness.
Well, that's a very good nutmeg from Shannon Evans on Hannah Daly, but couldn't quite come off the final pass.
Yeah, great bit of skill there. So it put her in a really good opportunity to get the ball into the box, but once again, some great last-ditch defending from Cardiff City to clear that danger on that occasion.
Well, here come Cardiff Met again, long on the ball. She plays the ball forward, and Hastings just, well, steps over the ball and lets it go clear.
Yeah, commanding stuff from her there, telling the defenders exactly what she wanted them to do, and she knew she could. There was enough pace on that ball to let it roll out for a goal kick to take a bit more time off the clock.
Seems like there's a few fans outside the fence, of course, not permitted to be in the ground, but they're getting there to see their team.
Yeah, it's disappointing that they haven't opted to stay home and watch the game on Cardiff Met Sport TV, but it is what it is. They've seen a good game nonetheless, and as we all have, us being here, and hopefully viewers too, it's been a really, really great spectacle for a League Cup semi-final.
Well, Lisa Owen to take the throw in for Cardiff City now. Finds Catherine Walsh. O'Connor putting pressure on Walsh, and Walsh ends up losing the ball. Good pressure from O'Connor. O'Connor, well, first a volley towards the box, and Broadhurst clears. Turner and Simpson tussle, but Simpson wins the ball. Walsh finds Price. Pinchard. Broadhurst. She plays the ball down the line, and Sweeney's able to knock it down the pitch. It just seemed like Ian Derbyshire was saying to get the ball into the corner from Cardiff City, who come forward. Simpson knocks the ball up high, but it's cleared away by Finch.
Yeah, pretty wise decision from Derbyshire there. That's where they want to be having the ball. Weren't really able to do it on that occasion, but that's certainly where they want the play to be as we approach the final few minutes here, with Met still searching for an equaliser.
We're not sure how much time will be added on. Well, it's not indicated, but there can't be long left, surely, and Cardiff Met are still looking for that equaliser. Can they get it? We'll just have to see as they come forward. Well, Cardiff Met do well to win a throw-in the end. It was a nice tackle from the Cardiff City defender, and long will take. Price on the ball at the moment for Met. Not much she can do. She finds Long again, who attempts to put the ball low, but well blocked. Pinchard clears. And Finch comes forward now for Cardiff Met.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been a foul there, but
Well, here's a great chance for Cardiff City now. Pinchard just lofts the ball high. Simpson on the ball. Catherine Walsh. She's got pull there. Pull's free. Catherine Walsh opts to hold on to the ball, and Cardiff City win a throw-in in a good position with not long left in this game. There's going to be a substitution by the looks of things here as Cardiff City look to run down the clock a little bit.
yeah, clever move. Only a couple of minutes to go, just take a bit more time off, but and of course Cardiff City in the right part of the field from their perspective, exactly where they want to be.
Well, Danielle Green comes off for Cardiff City. And under 19 player Cook comes on for Cardiff City. Great experience just to get on in a game like this.
Yeah, certainly it's a good stage for her.
Well, Met are stuck in the corner. Broadhurst gets the ball back for Cardiff City, and Price knocks the ball back towards that corner again. Just put the ball in the touch now at the moment for Cardiff City.
Yeah, perhaps a bit more of the negative stuff, but clever. You know, it's certainly a wise option to have to play at this point of the game. Maybe one more chance left for the Met.
Well, Daly's just storming back to prevent it. Oh, and it's all over here at Kincoid campus. Cardiff City can celebrate as they go into the WPWL Cup final. Cardiff Met lose at Kincoid campus for the first time since 2019, and they will surely be disappointed.
Yeah, you've got to say we've seen a bit of history here. It's been so long since they've lost, and a really proud home record, but ultimately I think a deserved result. Cardiff City shown really impressive performance. You know, I think particularly in that first half, but also in the second. You know, they exploited a lot of the Archers' defensive weaknesses. And Phoebe Poole, what a performance from here! A hat trick in a League Cup semi-final to win outside the game, and well done to Cardiff City, well deserved. And disappointing for the Archers. They'll know exactly where they've gone wrong in this game, and I think that's the disappointing bit. They haven't particularly been undone always, but it's been their own defensive errors.
Exactly, and we can see the players just celebrating on the pitch there, especially with Phoebe Poole, the hat-trick scorer, of course. And Cardiff City did knock Cardiff Met out of the FAW Women's Cup last season. Cardiff Met knocked Cardiff City out of the WPWL Cup last season, so Cardiff City's got one back, made it one better from the draw last time out with Cardiff Met as well.
Yeah, I think it's that cup, you know, mentality. I think it's played into Cardiff City's hands. I think the way they wanted to play in terms of looking to exploit the Archers' high line and having that pace in behind and the high press in midfield, it's well suited for a cup competition and a semi-final. You've got to say it's worked to perfection. It's produced a fantastic result for them at such a hard place to win.
It was just nice there to see Robin Pinder, the Cardiff Met player and lecturer, to pat Phoebe Poole. Well done on the back there.
Yeah, it's a great bit of sportsmanship, and yeah, well deserved from Poole's perspective. It's been a superb performance in terms of a clinical touch. You know, scoring from sort of just inside the area, scoring from close range. You know, knowing exactly where to be, and really impressive performance from here, from potentially the youngest player on the pitch as well. It's very impressive.
We could just see the Cardiff Met players extremely disappointed there. Annabelle Sweeney sitting on the ground. Well, she doesn't usually concede a goal, never mind 3 in a game, but Cardiff City just executed their plan superbly, and well, there wasn't much Cardiff Met could do about those goals.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit of a case of being quite shell-shocked, I think, from Cardiff Met's perspective. You know, not often do they concede any goals in a game, you know, let alone 3. So it's I think there will be a sense of shock, but again, a positive perhaps is that they know how that's come about. It's been from poor marking, from the high line being exploited. So, but yeah, it's a real blow for them now. We're going to end the trophy, potentially end the season trophyless. If Swansea are able to win their game in hand and take the league title, so potentially a disappointing season for Met.
And we can just hear a few people singing happy birthday to you, to Fionn Price. Well, it's certainly a happy birthday. She does the Ayatollah as Cardiff City walk off the pitch. Of course, her pug Ollie on Twitter is a great supporter of Cardiff City as well, so I'm sure her pug will be delighted with this result tonight.
Yeah, and so it should be. But yeah, that's got to be one of their best birthdays ever. I think, you know, coming here and winning this, and being involved in a performance like that, it's be very, very fond memories, and so it should be. It's been a very impressive effort.
Well, it's certainly not often we see Cardiff Met lose, never mind at home. So a great night of football for the neutral, a great night for Cardiff City fans.
Yeah, it certainly has been a memorable game. Great to watch, Tim, from a neutral perspective, and of course Cardiff City too.
Here we are at Kincoid, a fantastic performance. Cardiff City with the winners as the sun sets here at Kincoid. Cardiff Met, unfortunately, potentially going to end the season trophyless. The league is out of their hands. They'll be hoping Cardiff City can do them a favour there on the weekend. But a fantastic performance here today. A titanic battle between two great teams. Phoebe Poole with a hat-trick, and Cardiff take the spoils 3-2. That's all she wrote here. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends that won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need it free. Ooh, you reaching out from the west side of that old town, but there's no shows till I go down to the open mic to show love to the real ones that know now. Some of y'all don't know now. In a couple months you're gonna find out. Been blowing up from the underground and they stepping on and land mine now.